Yeah, how was your new year in Australia, David? Have you enjoyed staying over there in between games?
It's obviously we've been away with the lads, so it's been nice to be away with the lads. But times like this where you're obviously away from family and stuff like that, so that was obviously tough. But no, we're here to work. It's a job. Um, to get a job done. I've done it all my life. Pretty much been in Christmas days and missed New Year's and stuff like that. So it's quite normal. I think I was in bed for 9:30, so it's pretty normal.
Yeah, and were you surprised to, I don't know when you found out, to learn that you're back at the top of the table? You should have never moved down to second.
Yeah. A few people were saying that it's things have changed. So yeah, it's nice. It's obviously we've earned that place where we are at the moment. Obviously we were disappointed with the result the other night, but we've just got to get back on again and go to Adelaide and get a result.
Yeah, because did you know that the tiebreaker had changed to be most wins, and how do you think that that change will influence the way the team might play? Because I guess now you just need like a 1-0 as a win, and maybe it doesn't actually encourage trying to score lots of goals despite its intention to be like that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a different one, really. I think definitely near the end of the season, if it's getting tighter and tighter, and you know that with a goal difference doesn't really count, and it goes on the wins, it's going to be a big difference of what you're trying to achieve. Like you said, would be a lot more 1-0s.
Yeah, and just reflecting on the Sydney game, like they seem to press you guys really hard. How did you, yeah, like what have you guys been working on to sort of combat that if that happens again? And because Chiefy was sort of playing it down a wee bit, saying that although they did press really hard and you couldn't get out, they didn't actually like score too many chances, from that press. So yeah, how do you sort of reflect on that?
Yeah, I think Sydney did a good job first half. I think they pressed hard, and when we did break the press, they fouled us. There was a lot of fouls, especially in that first half. So it didn't even give us momentum to actually get out of the press. So that was obviously tough. But I think we've worked all scenarios in training all the time for these sort of scenarios. Like the boss said, they didn't actually like score from that. They scored from a set play. So it gives us confidence that if we keep sending the right message to play out and do the right things. We've shown that when we do it, and we do get out, we can create some big chances. And I think we still created a couple of big chances in the first half doing so and getting out of it. So and then the second half, obviously, I think we were the better team in the second half. So yeah, I think it's just back to basics of how we play and keep doing the same things.
Yeah, just a final one. How's the team sort of rallied around Alex Paulson after a mistake like that? Because he's been so good and has won, single-handedly more points for the team. So, I guess it's one of those ones where you just have to sort of
Do you know
didn't
what? Do you
move
know
on.
what? When he did it, it was no one even mentioned it. It wasn't even, he's been that good this season that he's still trying to. Again, he was trying to do the right thing, and unfortunately, it created a chance of a goal. We have still stopped that goal? Probably, yeah. So it's not. Look, Alex has been probably one of the standout performers all season, and we just continue to encourage to keep doing what he's doing.
Cool. Thanks, mate.
uh, Barry Guy and Wellington. David, so Phil touched on it there, but yeah, so how has the side reacted to the last performance and what's needed against Adelaide, perhaps?
No, I think we went through the review. We still created some really good chances. I think within that game, a couple like Phil said there, a couple of mistakes in the last couple of minutes of the game actually stopped us from probably walking away with a draw. I think after obviously Costa scored, I think we was good for probably thinking we could go on to win the game at that time because Sydney were pretty much on the feet. So look, there's loads of positives to take from that defeat. We keep just looking at the next game. We did that after the Newcastle game, and we managed to get a couple of wins after that. So it's straight back to work and go through the bits of mistakes that we did do, and work on those and get back to winning ways.
And just on Adelaide, what do they present to you that you need to overcome?
I think they'll be similar to Sydney in the way that they press. They've obviously got some good players in the front third as well that can hit you on a transition. They'll probably want to play that sort of open footballing game. So yeah, it'll be they're an interesting team. It's obviously a tough place to go as well with their home form over the years and stuff like that. So we've got to be on the top of our game, certainly.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barry.
David Sullivan here from USUB. You've been in the team now for 4 seasons, 4 or 5 seasons. I mean, what's the reason behind, I guess, this season? What's so different maybe about this season as well in particular?
I don't think there's been much difference. I think a lot like a lot has been said over the course of the months of probably thinking that we were going to be down there. If you asked me at the start of the season, would we? I'd say no. I just noticed. I know the core group that's been together for a long time. I wouldn't let that happen. I think the young guys have come in, and they've played a huge part. You're now seeing some of the lads that have been around the squad for 2 or 3 years now becoming real ALeague players. You know, likes of Ben Old, Finn Sermon. So Alex Paulson, I can name loads that have all stepped up. So I knew at the start of the season that we could do something well. I think the boss has been absolutely fantastic. Him and Griff's and the way they work together have been in top notch in terms of the information and what they do for the team. And and I think that the squad's just fighting for each other, and it's almost like a small family that we go through it together, and no matter the ups and downs. And I think that's what you're seeing.
I feel like, I guess each year, the Phoenix always got those young players coming through. What is it about these young players that are, always coming through and making it into this first team that just seems to, I guess, help the Phoenix so well? I guess, they're coming in with so much energy, but also talent as well, and being able to step up to that first team immediately.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, it's the environment that they step into. I know when I was a young lad, sometimes when I went on a few loans, the environment wasn't great. It wasn't great for myself. So, it's up to us to create that environment. The staff create that environment as well to give them everything they need. The work that everyone's doing behind the scenes to actually go and target these young lads. There's so many really good young talented people in New Zealand, and I think the club's been fantastic in actually bringing that through and creating a pathway and showing them that it can be done.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further questions, guys?
Yeah, can I just jump in with another couple? David, was it like for the team to be in number 1 spot on the table? Like, I guess we're splitting hairs between you and Victory at the moment, but does it give the team more of a boost to be there? Because Chief said before, I guess whether it can, we was talking about whether it could be a burden or not, because teams really get up for playing against the top of the table. But how do you feel about being there? And now that you are in the top spot, do you plan on hopefully just staying there for as long as possible?
Yeah, I think it's just that same motto of take each game as it comes. We've now got to be better each week because of that reason, like you said there, what you're saying with the boss. Teams are going to look at us now. They are going to respect us. Don't get me wrong, because we're up there for a reason. But they're also going to try different ways to stop us. So we've just got to be give that extra 10% and extra. And just keep doing the things that has actually got us here, because it's worked for us, and if we keep doing those things, keep fighting, keep working for each other, keep playing good football, and trusting each other, then I think we can't go wrong.
Yeah, and last season, or your last game against Adelaide over there was the game that sort of ended your season in the elimination final. It seems like it's a pretty tricky place to play, maybe just because of the stadium, like the crowd sort of really gets on top of you. How do you find sort of playing there, and what sort of challenge will that be?
Yeah, I think, like you said, the crowd there are really good. I think in past seasons they've had a really, really good home record. They've been really front foot. You can tell they're the home side straight away. So, we've just probably got to nullify that in the first 20 or so, and bring ourselves into the game. And I'm sure when we start to find our feet into the game, then we'll start causing them a lot of problems. So yeah, it's a tough place to go. It always has been since I came to the football club. We've won there, we've lost there. So we've just got to go in with the right mentality, the right focus on what the job is, and our game plan.